my channel. We're here today with a library haul. It's not Friday. I used to go to the library on Fridays almost exclusively. Now I've been going to the library a few times a week. I'm in jeopardy. I was in jeopardy of having a lot of books out from the library, but I had some books that were due. A couple of them had gotten overdue over the weekend, and so I had to make a trip to the library yesterday. So I brought home some books. I brought home some books with me, because I mean, you can't go to the library and come out empty-handed, right? The books are free. They're free. And I think, now the librarians who are watching, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the funding possibility improves the more the library gets used, right? So me checking out books from the library helps to keep the libraries funded. Like, listen, if you know that that's not true, keep that information to yourselves. This is how I talk to myself, okay? I take books home from the library because it's helping everybody. So, brought home some books. Now, I'm not so far meeting all of my TBR plans for January, but these are not books for January. Most of these are books for February. One of these books is for January. So there's a story behind that, and we'll talk about it when we get there. But you know, February is Black History Month. Read So Lit is back, hosted by Dee Dee from Brown Girl Reading. And Dee Dee has all these challenges. The photo challenge, which I love, is one of my favorite things to participate in on Instagram, where you take books of your books, you take pictures of your books by Black authors, and you generally just enjoy yourself. Enjoying and promoting Black literature in February. So, Dee Dee invites some creators on Instagram to take a day where they share something special to celebrate Read So Lit. And I have a day, which I'll share with you as it gets a little closer. And I'm not sharing it now because I don't remember what date it is. It's linked on my phone, which I'm using to record this video, so I can't check it. But in February, you want to check out the Read So Lit page, Dee Dee from Brown Girl Readings page, because she shares and reshares everybody's posts. And so, yeah, if you're looking for inspiration of what to read in February, definitely check out those pages, because there'll be lots of things to see. So, I said all of that to say I've shared a lot of the books that I own, a lot of the books by Black authors that I own. I have taken pictures with them, and I may reuse some of those pictures because, hello, it's content, and content never gets old, and you guys don't remember it from year to year. So, like, you know, on a day where you take a picture, and because this is the digital era, we don't take one picture, we take 25, and 4 of them are really nice, and so we delete 21, we save 4, but we only post 1 on the profile or 1 on the feed, because really all 4 of them look identical except for 1 slight difference. So we share 1 of those pictures, and the other 3 are kind of in waiting. And so next year, instead of sharing the same one, I'll share a slightly different one. So it will be all new again, right? That's the plan, that's the goal. Except if you're like me, then you have like 20,000 pictures, and sometimes you can't really figure out, you can't remember where those pictures are or which one you used last year. So you constantly need new books is what I'm saying. That's the justification for this library haul. So here are some books, and I'll start with this one because you've seen it. I borrowed it back in maybe December. No, I had this book from November, I think, because I had it to read it for nonfiction November, and I did start it in November, but I didn't finish, and then I didn't get back to it in December, so I put it on my TBR for January. So it's still on my January TBR, but I kept renewing it at the library, and then my time with it was going to expire, so I returned it and then re-requested it. So I picked it up. This was a haul that came in, and this is a Jamaican woman. You've heard me talk about this book. It's just high time for me to finish the book. I'm gonna have to restart it is what I said, right? Because I don't remember where I was, and it doesn't matter. I'm gonna read the book, and hopefully I'll be finished with it before the end of January, so I can get that out of the way for Black History Month. I mean, this is Black History too, but because the author is Jamaican and British, we're saving this. We're keeping this apart from the books by Black American authors, right? That's what we're doing. So here are some other books, and this one may seem like it fits into the same category as this, but it's not, because Mary Seacole, Jamaican, British. Jonathan Escoffrey, born in the United States to Jamaican parents. So this book is a little bit about that immigration, that migration process from Jamaica to the United States. But Jonathan Escoffrey himself is a Black man living in the United States, born in the United States, lived in the United States, writing about the Caribbean immigration movement, Caribbean migration pattern and movement, and what that life is like, but still a Black American man. So I talked about this, I mentioned this book in my list of new releases that are on my radar, books that I thought were coming out in this year. This one had slipped under my radar. So this was actually released in, I think, September 2022. I don't know why I thought it was being released in February 2023. So pardon my gaffe with that. But I put it on my list, and now I went to the library and I found a copy. Very excited about it. If I Survive You by Jonathan Escoffrey is linked short stories following, like I said, that immigration from Jamaica to the United States, and I think mirroring a little bit of the life of Jonathan Escoffrey's parents and family. So very, very excited to read this. Also, I think one of the characters' names is Trelawney. Yeah, Trelawney, which is one of the parishes in Jamaica. So I think it's exquisite when you see, like, you know, these little nuggets that speak to you, because if you know Jamaica geography, you know, you'll recognize kind of what the parents are doing by naming their son something that they will never forget, their homeland, that kind of thing. So love that. So very excited to have that. And then I got 2 books by James Baldwin, because at some point I want to read all of James Baldwin's works. I'm not making that a goal for 2023, but I mean, it would be nice if I could complete it, right? So we're starting with Go Tell It on the Mountain and Giovanni's Room, because both of these are titles that always get mentioned when you talk about James Baldwin's work. Last year, from my James Baldwin project, I read If Beale Street Could Talk, and really, really enjoyed that. I mean, not enjoy as in like it's fun, but James Baldwin's writings just kind of, it speaks to you, right? He talks about things that you have heard, but he brings you the personalization of those stories. So love, love, love If Beale Street Could Talk. And sometime I'm gonna watch the movie that's connected, but for now we have these 2 stories, and I'm not gonna read the synopsis because I don't want to know what the books are about. I'm just gonna dive in. I feel like I started reading this some years ago. I never finished it. This one with the little boy on the cover, like, I think this is like an iconic photo. And yeah, James Baldwin. So I have 2 books out from him. And then I think it's Sharon. Hi Sharon, if you're watching. I think Sharon was telling me that the first book that she read in 2023 was a book by S.A. Cosby, My Darkest Prayer, The Darkest Prayer, something like that. So I went to the library and I found Razorblade Tears, which there was a big buzz about this book when it was released, and I never got around to reading it. But now I have a copy out from the library. I think I'm adding this to my TBR for February. So Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby, and this one, first line, Ike Randolph has been out of jail for 15 years with not so much as a speeding ticket in all that time, but a Black man with cops at the door knows to be afraid. So, not a subject that I read a lot about, but I think I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see how he takes that story and goes with it. And then, because it wouldn't be Black History Month without me and the ladies doing a buddy read every year, I think, especially in February, we read a book together, a book by a Black author. And by the ladies, I mean Doris and Patrice and Heidi. So hi, Heidi Patrice Stars. We're going to be reading Toni Morrison, A Mercy, which I voted for us to read because I'm trying to read all of Toni Morrison's books and finish that project this year. So this is a win for me. This is, this advances my reading goals by participating in this discussion. And this is only 167 pages, and I don't own a copy, so I picked it up from the library. And I wanted to get these books early. Like, I know we have a full week left in January, but on February 1st, when you go to the library, you mightn't find any of the books that you want by Black authors because they'll be picked clean. So I, especially you go to where the Toni Morrison books are usually shelved, that shelf may just be empty because everybody is picking out those books for Black History Month. So I got a little bit of a head start, and I picked up these 6 books from my library for Black History Month reading and before. So let me know if you have started working on what your TBR is for February, because I'm gonna come back with a TBR video and you'll see these books again. Maybe I'll have read a couple of them by then. You just never know with me, because huge mood reader. I have a whole stack of books over there that I need to be reading, plus stacks of books over there that I need to be reading, but nothing calls to me louder than a new stack of books. Let me know if you're like that. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being here to share a part of my reading journey and my reading life with me. Look forward to chatting with you down below. Let me know again if you've started working on your February TBR and what you're going to be reading for Black History Month. And so yeah, until we come back for another video, happy reading. Bye.